Alrighty. We are officially off and running.
We see 3 of the 4 runners trying to save some frames on the Ridley door there.
That's not. I'll just have to sit there.
You're 44 out of kekumanshoyu. Everybody else is having slight difficulties in the elevator room, but they're all out.
All out decently, and everyone is pretty much almost on the same pace.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so kekumanshoyu is the first one to make it to planet side. Meanwhile, Captain, InNoRush, and Lexomatico almost pretty much one behind each other land on the surface. Whew, race 2 is off to a fantastic start. One person barreling ahead, everyone else is pretty much deciding who's going to take second.
Coming into pit room here.
Looked like everyone except for Keku took pits.
Yeah.
Just want to take this chance to throw out and remind everybody that our next race, M-Chan 338 versus Oats and Goats, will be happening at 2 p.m. So if you like multitasking and watching 4 people at once wasn't enough, watch 2 more over on Speedruns Live here on Twitch.tv. Because that's going to be an epic one too. So just as a point in case of reminder, kekumanshoyu is racing Captain Duck, and InNoRush is racing Lexomatico. Captain Duck having a little bit of trouble getting down to the first missile here. So, finally gets it. Meanwhile, Kiku is finally getting up the elevator and is on his way through to the pirate room. InNoRush and Lexo are pretty much neck and neck, so we might have another behemoth match going on over there. Alright, Keku is in the shaft. Captain Duck's in the elevator. InNoRush and Lexo are both in the shaft.
Yeah, climb is going. Oh, one little mistake there for Keku, and his climb is going. That was a very nice climb. Oh, he messes up right at the top. Little struggle.
If you still have speed gaming going, it's echoing in the background, my friend.
Sorry. I'll just mute that.
You're better off watching all their streams on a multi-Twitch.
Okay. I will do that.
Should have said something beforehand. That is my own fault.
I was wondering how you were.
How it's working is I'm restreaming everything, so I have to know everything at a time. Alrighty, so Kikuman has started the bomb chorizo fight. Got him in the corner, got no missiles to start, keeps him in the corner. Lexo and InNoRush starting the fight themselves. Keiku's still got him in the corner, got a couple missiles, is pretty much power beaming the crap out of him. Got some missiles, gets the shot in. Lexo's the second one to start the fight, got some missile drops, getting it done. InNoRush is the third one to start the fight. Captain Duck is the fourth one to start the fight. Here we go. Lexo gets it down, InNoRush blows off the head, gets it down. Captain Duck will be starting last. Keiku is out of the way, off and running. Alcatraz! Strike 1. Alcatraz, strike 2. Alcatraz, strike 3. Strike 4. Strike 5. 6. InNoRush gets it first time.
Oh, wow.
So didn't Lexo.
Keiku is...
Keiku finally gets it.
Yeah,
10
he's
times
finally
later.
up.
Captain avoiding the obvious wanting to do it and going for the safer alternative to save time. Looks like between Lexo and InNoRush, Lexo is the first one to make it to the elevator. Keiku stopping to make sure he has the missiles, does not want to have to round them up. Lexo gets the mock ball across the new bridge as InNoRush is prepping to enter the room. Keiku has just got down the elevator, and Captain Duck just made it down the hill. So far, so good. Everyone's pretty decent off going through this.
Keiku just missed a damage boost right there. Very, very close. Captain Duck missing the mock ball. I did the same in my run, and it's painful because you have to reload the room.
Oh yeah, having to reload the room to go for a try 2 is definitely not something you want to have done.
Right now we see Lexo pulling slightly ahead. It's coming into charge room right now. All in all, this is a fairly tight race going on.
Yeah, between Lexo and InNoRush, they're pretty much neck and neck, so they're doing decently. Between Keiku and Captain Duck, again, like you said, had to redo the mock ball across the new bridge, so that sort of messed them up a little bit.
Yeah, it costs you, I'd say, 7 to 10 seconds minimum. But Captain Duck's holding on, decides to go for a slow door open, saving his supers.
Not a bad choice.
Supers are always useful.
Supers are definitely your best friend, especially in certain situations. You want to use supers whenever you can to destroy objects that just might be in your way, like giant sidehoppers.
And my favorite, plowing them right into Ridley's face.
I have to agree with you on that one. There's nothing more cathartic than unloading 30 super missiles as fast as possible into Ridley's face.
Yeah. InNoRush and Lexo are just 10, 15 seconds apart. This is very tight. Coming up to Kraid, they'll be looking for the quick kill, and that could be the determining factor at this moment.
But at the same time, between Keku and Duck got early Spo skips, so,
Yeah.
There might be a time save behind that. I'm not sure. We will see.
It gives you more leeway with Crocomire area and Kraid quick kill.
Ooh!
Not sure.
Keku had a good start going into Kraid's opening door. Had a little slip up, had to do a reset. Lexo, meanwhile, between him and InNoRush, Lexo's at the door. InNoRush has just entered the areas. Keku is now going off to Kraid's door himself. Meanwhile, Captain Duck is still cleaning up around Brinstar a little bit. And he actually got the not the super missile, the regular missile by the charge beam. Most people usually save that for afterwards. Lexo got denied.
Yeah. Let's see. InNoRush could potentially make up his slight lag here if he manages to get it.
Yes, he could. He could definitely get a little bit of connection going. Alright, so for Keku and Captain Duck, Keku gets the magic money. Captain Duck is just entering Red Tower, I believe? Well, just about to enter Red Tower.
That was a frame late on that super.
InNoRush getting denied too. Oh no! Into the claw with that last super. Oh, InNoRush definitely hurting from that one. Feels bad, man.
Oh, this is going to be a tough time because you definitely want missiles coming out of this Kraid fight. So
you definitely do. He has to be careful here. He has 23, nothing in the tank. One Kraid jet ski in the face. Oh, not good, not good. One claw or jet ski to the face is definitely not going to be a good thing for him. Definitely.
Oh,
oof.
Very tight on InNoRush there.
Clutch, clutch, clutch. Yeah. Just sitting there thinking, InNoRush definitely was InNoRush when it came to Kraid.
Oh, just barely misses the swag mock ball, Lexomatico.
Keku got it, though.
Keku got it.
Captain Duck just got Spazer. He's definitely out for a Sunday jaunt on this one, but he definitely might make it up in the end.
Yeah, and we see InNoRush, as I said, he requires those missiles to get out of here, and he is trying to farm, but that bug is not nice.
No, it's not. It'd be easier to go kill the fat Kraid or fat mini Kraid and move on. Use your soups a little bit to help you out.
Heading into Norfair, that can severely limit your ammo supply, though. You can run out and get stuck going towards a speed booster. InNoRush having a bit of issue with the party room there.
So it looks like between Lexo and InNoRush, Lexo is in the lead for them, and for Keku versus Captain Duck, Keku is a little bit ahead here. Interestingly enough, though, Captain Duck went and got high jump instead of going for the usual jump across for Kraid, so he might be a little bit unfamiliar, so we don't know.
I believe Captain Duck said he was about a 150 PB, so that he, as a newer runner, there's probably a lot of strats that he's just starting to pick up on, and that wall jump can end up costing you time into Kraid's lair if you're not proficient. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. So it looks like Captain Duck will now head up into Kraid. InNoRush is now in the energy tank room for a high jump. Kekumanshoyu is now going to be doing the wall jump up into Speed Booster, as Lexo has just did the wall jump and is now heading to Speed Booster.
Kekumanshoyu having a bit of trouble with Bubble Mountain, but successfully gets up there.
100% RBO. No thank you. I will say this, though. The obvious advantage for Captain Duck is he does have more supers than everyone else right now. So he does have a little bit of leadway with his shots. So he can avoid to be a little heavy with some of his shots. Which might end up being the payoff he needs. You never know.
Yeah, Captain Duck going into Kraid with a full 10 supers, that's a lot of room to screw up, so...
A lot of room to make a couple mistakes, but he also has the advantage of, is if he makes his timings perfectly, he can be the one to pull off the quick kill besides Kekuman. So we'll see what happens. One thing I definitely found easier when it comes to pulling off the quick kill, if you want to make your life easier, use a charge shot to stun Kraid's hand so it doesn't keep flipping around, and then wait for the second opening and then just start unloading. It takes a little bit longer than just not letting it happen, but it's definitely an alternative that helps.
If you're a newer runner coming into Super Metroid, for sure that should be your first Kraid quick kill technique, but as you said, it costs you a few frames, so...
Oh no! Kekumanshoyu fell just a little bit short here going into wave. Not getting the... There we go. He's not getting the height he needs to finish this.
That's a very awkward jump to get back up there, so...
So far, so much action going on the screen that it's just amazing.
Yeah.
So let's see here. We got Captain Duck, who just finished up Kraid, has the various suit, and will now be heading into Norfair. Lexomatico is now heading down to Crocomire. InNoRush just got Speed Booster, and Kekumanshoyu is still having issues with Wave Beam's room. Gotta love it when one room gives you just so much chaos.
I'm interested to see, let's see, Lexo's strat here. He does the 8-step glitch, but it doesn't work for him. He only gets the 4-step off the bat. There we go. Now what I'm talking about there is when you're fighting Crocomire, if you can feed him a missile and then a super missile in rapid succession, it will cause him to step further back than he normally does.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a tight shot, and I mean, you can do it. It's just timing is everything. Boing boing. Alright, so Kekumanshoyu chooses to speedball right into Ice Room. Meanwhile, Lexomatico taking an acid bath there, who almost cost him his life. Gets the energy tank after taking out Crocomire. InNoRush just left Wave Beam, and Captain Duck is attempting to mock ball to ice. He must have watched one of my old videos. I'm seeing a lot of stuff that I used to do / still do in Captain Duck with his run so far. So...
Let's see. Oh, just barely
Ouch.
too low on that Shine Spark. Oh. That is I'd say you've got 10 to 20 pixels of room on that Shine Spark. It's very tight.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Duck going for the slow ice escape.
I am starting to wonder if he's gonna go back up Red Tower. Like, I am starting to wonder if he's gonna climb Red Tower and go, possibly ocean fly over to wreck ship. I know Kekumanshoyu is definitely thinking that because he does not have grapple beam right now. Meanwhile, with Lexo and InNoRush, both are thinking for grapples, so... Captain Duck's going to continue on as normal. Okay. So, looks like Kekumanshoyu is the only one that's going to go grapple-less into wreck ship, so... Ooh, Lexo, just a hair fracture short. Still was able to get the recovery jump, but I think he just thought he had not enough room left and might have just early jumped. Definitely liking the interesting, change up of strats between everybody here. You got one person running a noob friendly route. You got one person doing a new route. You got two people doing an old route. Well, a start of an old route. We'll see how it goes from here. Lexo opting for quick escape from grapple. Uses the speed boost out of that missile to shine spark up the shaft, while InNoRush hops on down. Meanwhile, Captain Duck, instead of waiting for after Lower Norfair to go get this reserve and missile, is getting it now.
Captain Duck is playing very safe with his ammo and energy, so very committed to not dying or running out of his ammunition, so
Can't blame him.
can't blame him.
I mean, hey, if you're gonna play safe, play safe. You go with the distance.
Let's see how Keku's...
Ooh!
Oh!
He was a pixel too high. He was a pixel too high, but that shine spark would have worked if he was just a touch lower. Yep, hit another wall. So the obvious setbacks here is you want to be definitely low enough so you can ocean fly perfectly across and stuff, but...
It is slightly more difficult to do it with a missile rather than a super, but, or at least I find. I more commonly see the super, but the importance of super ammo, I understand why people go for the missile strats. Lexomatico having some issues climbing Red Tower. Solve that issue. Still has Spacer equipped though.
Yes, just a journalistic reminder for everybody. The tournament is 1 versus 1, which is why you see, the person's name with the two Samus heads in the verses. So, journalistic little reminder. Made no sense. So, Kekumanshoyu, very decent Phantoon fight there. Wasn't as nice as Behemoth, but still pretty decent.
Let's see how the drops treat him. Yeah, InNoRush having some issues, but...
Lexo is on his way out of Red Tower now, and Captain Duck is just getting Wave Beam. So definitely, as someone said, he's definitely doing a duck route. Whatever a duck route is. Whatever a duck route is, we're seeing it today. And I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, it's always nice to see the new strategies that people will bring to this game. Even if they aren't faster, it's interesting to see that the different ways you can complete one game, right? So we see an Alpha Spark from InNoRush. Very nice. Does not use the opportunity to unequip, though.
Hmm. So as you can see, Lexomatico are not opting to do Ocean Fly or Moat Skip. But it does have Grapple, so... to each their own. InNoRush going for the... Yes, he got it.
Very nice hero shot.
kekumanshoyu is trying to fight off the puffer so it doesn't touch him. In the spike room here, has to be very careful. Dancing on some very dangerous grounds.
Oh, that was... Had he not cleared that platform coming down, that could have been game over for kekumanshoyu.
Oh, that could have been reset. Big
Yeah,
reset.
The thing with the moving platforms is they don't respect invincibility frames. So if you're inside that platform, you will basically immediately die. So
yeah, we discussed it with Behemoth because he almost ended up having the Crush of Doom. What happens is if you end up getting in that area and the spike comes down on top of you, you do not get invisibility frames, you do not get a free pass, you do not get to pass go and get 200. You get to go to jail, get slapped, and resetted because it just crushes you, takes your reserve, and throws it out the window. You could have full reserve and it will just destroy it.
yeah, and per frame it does 100 damage, and that's at that moment you can't handle that kind of damage. So
oh yeah. But yeah, real quick, kekumanshoyu was thinking of doing what Behemoth was gonna do, but again, did what Behemoth did instead and just took a jump over. Lexo having not so much fun with Phantoon at the moment. Captain Duck just finished up Crocomire. And InNoRush, again, is InNoRush. And on his way to the ship. Half hour in, and these guys are proving to be amazing. Alright, Lexo just finished up Phantoon.
and we see kekumanshoyu making the first robot clip, but failing the second one. Let's see if he knows about the back clip.
Ouch.
Nope, just decides to fire missiles, but...
InNoRush trying to Donkey Kong his way across this. Finally gets it. Lexo, again, is now out of Phantoon's room, is starting his collection of wrecked ship. Captain Duck is now heading down to grapple.
Now this short charge InNoRush is doing, that's a 2-tap, which for newer runners, that can be a bit of a challenge.
Oh yeah. I would recommend for anyone that's trying to learn how to do stutter taps and stuff, the best place to do it is the hallway before the Big Four, the Golden Four. Or a better place to do it is the lower Norfair elevator, because that is a very precise 3-tap that you have to make. So, if you want to learn stutter tappings, those are the best 2 spots to do it. It definitely helps you out. Another good way to learn it is if you want to do Bowling Spark. That spot is a really good spot to definitely learn how to tap it up. Because you can use the water as a bit of a buffer to get yourself going.
I find rooms where you can give yourself visual cues for tapping. It makes life a lot easier when you're on just a blank, like trying to do it without any sort of visual. It can be a tough time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Captain Duck just barely missing that Shine Spark.
Hmm. Definitely gets the recovery one and some extra distance on that last one, though. Oh, so for sake of reminders for everybody, I'm Secret Hooves,
I'm Trigger Michael.
so stop asking. I'm kidding. It's always confusing when people are like, who's doing this? Who's doing that? It's like, what?
It's listed on the channel. No.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Yep.
Ah, okay. At this point, I'm half tempted to start putting the little glow-up thing on Discord with our heads next to them. There's an idea. Discord could be useful for something. Chink. Cosmetic skills aside, focusing on what's happening, InNoRush is in Phantoon's room. He's trying for the X Factor, does not get it the first time. Lexo is entering the attic. Captain Duck is now on his way out of Norfair. And kekumanshoyu has gravity and is off and running. I don't know why I said it in a Sing Say version.
InNoRush in a pretty dire situation right now, actually.
Yeah,
Not sure how much reserve he has, but...
even if he has
and
something... Nice X Factor, definitely.
Nice X Factor.
Just going off what you said, he definitely has to be careful. We don't know what's in the tank, because he definitely may be in no rush, but we definitely don't want to be in a rush to find out he has nothing in the tank.
And we see Captain Duck still on his duck route.
Mm-hmm.
Just coming out of Norfair now.
InNoRush, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but accidental powerbomb lay. And a misfire.
Misfiring that X Factor can be easily the death of you. Because you can't shoot, you can't... All you can do is avoid the flames until the X Factor goes away, so...
There we go. Besides, you know what? I'm not happy with you. Pumps a super, gets the kill. So, kekumanshoyu going for this setup. I did not hear if he got it. We will see in a moment. As meanwhile, Captain Duck is climbing out of Red Tower, and InNoRush has just finished Phantoon. Lexomatico is on his way to Gravity, and kekumanshoyu gets the magic money. With, again, the same amount of energy as Behemoth. 37 in the tank going into the room. Wowza.
Ideally, you want to be slightly lower so you don't actually hit the door, but that's a gamble, because you can lose energy so easily. And
so as far as the who's in leading, for kekumanshoyu versus Captain Duck, kekumanshoyu without a question. And for Lexo and InNoRush, Lexo at the moment. Oh yeah. Whew. We are 35 minutes in, and this race has been hot action deep ever since we started. So let's see here. kekumanshoyu coming down to clean up Brinstar. InNoRush is on his way to the energy tank. Lexomatico accidentally shine sparks into the wall instead of going up. And Captain Duck is on his way through Red Tower, picking up stuff as he goes.
InNoRush making the spiky room of death look very tame, coming through without so much of the scratch in that room. So
it's usually hard to go no damage in that room, because eventually you're going to take damage from something. In this case in point, you're hoping and it's the ceiling and not the spikes coming down.
not sure what Kekumanshoyu's strategy was for that room there, but there's a series of damage boosts that can save you a significant portion of time. Not sure if he was attempting those and messed up, or if he's got some completely different strat, but that seemed a little choppy.
At least gets the Machmal out of the power bombs from the Edakuns, so that helps out. And Captain Duck almost had the same problem as InNoRush. He was in a very bad spot right now. Oof. Thankfully, he had the iframes coming off of the spikes on the floor when the pedestal came down, so he avoided himself a very quick and sudden death. So it looks like Lexo took a quick save at the ship, overshoots just a little bit on his Shine Spark. It's the refill, off and running again. Oh, Captain Duck fell out. Oh, no, he hasn't even gotten over there yet. My bad. So he fell in the water on the way over, so that was a little shaky. Kekumanshoyu pretty much trying to answer Behemoth's moves today. Gets the drop pit done. InNoRush is at the end of the ship, opens the door, and now is going back to open the other door to get the middle souls in the attic. There we go, taking his time, definitely trying to take his steps very slowly. Don't blame him.
Yeah, the only thing worse than a dip in the ocean is 2 dips in the ocean, so.
Now, the only thing worse than a dip in the ocean is a pedestal of death / sunrise surprise till game over.
Oh, sunrise surprise. Luckily, we have not seen that as of yet.
We had we had a hairline fracture close of it happening with Behemoth, but thankfully he was good. Surprised there's no oil spill from the wreck ship. You know, that is a good point. It is in the middle of a big ocean on the planet. Why hasn't the wreck ship spilled oil into it and made a surface to walk on?
Well, this is years after they outlawed oil, so I think that's the theory. This is the distant future.
Yes, in the distant future, when a woman is faster than Superman if he ever existed.
Especially if that woman is under the control of one behemoth. Very nice quick drops coming through the gauntlet, the missile room there.
Oh yeah.
For Lexomatico. Captain Duck going with a very classic Phantoon strategy of put as many missiles into Phantoon as you can.
So far in this tourney, no one's gone for it yet. I'm waiting for someone to pull off Bowling Spark. I think InNoRush was thinking he had it, but did not get the magic money. And 3 spikes. Lexo, meanwhile, is going to say hello to the Edakuns. Captain Duck is almost done with Phantoon, and Kekumanshoyu is on his way down to Meridia.
There we go, Captain Duck finishing off Phantoon with 180 energy. Puts him in very good position to not die in the next segment.
That indeed.
Spiky Room of Death. It's got its name for a reason.
Gotta tell you, every game has its run-ending rooms. But only one room in the game can deserve one title at a time. And for any percent, the worst room in the game is not until Lower Norfair. But for 100%, actually, in my honest opinion, if things go south, the Spiky Room of Death, in my opinion, should technically be the worst room in the game. Because that could spell the end of anybody.
It has potential to take the best. And I mean, you get comfortable after long enough running that you feel like you're invincible in that room, but one foul move and you clip into a platform, whatever happens, it's over. Many a PB pace have ended in that room.
I mean, hey, call back to our Super Metroid Double Anti-Bingo tournament. The death of many was in the chapel for doing hell runs. That claimed many lives over and over and over again on the same people. So, depending on the rules, depending on the variants, depending on where you're going, anything could be the final room of death for you. Lexo here, getting the Spore Spawn skip. Thankfully, Spore Spawn skip is one of the more noob-friendly things that has been figured out with time. It's just, stand here, jump and shoot.
Yeah, it has a very small window of where you can stand, but it does have a visual cue, so if you learn that, you get it first, second shot most times, so.
And just another quick callback to what we were mentioning about the double anti-bingo. Only one person did survive it, and it was White Mage Becky, actually. Managed to survive it and pull off a win on that run. Back to what we got going on. Kekumanshoyu is now cleaning up Meridia as he heads on his way over to take out Draygon. Captain Duck saying hello to the ceiling, hello to the floor, hello to the spike platform. Taking extra damage, makes it through.
Captain Duck in bad. That was...
Let's see here. InNoRush is just coming out of the Dragon Powerbomb room. Lexomatico here is now coming up through his cleanup of Brinstar.
Captain Duck playing very safe, refilling his energy just in case.
Oh, totally. And not without warranted cause as he drops down below into the pit.
Now in that pit you want to hit the spikes. The fish do significantly more damage.
Oh yeah, especially suitless. And by suitless I mean just with Varia alone, they still hurt like a mo.
I think it's like 80 damage for a fish, 60 maybe.
I think it's 80 unsuited, 60 for Varia, and then it's like 40 or 20 for Gravity.
So Captain Duck falling
fall.
again. You see...
Kekumanshoyu was trying for that X Factor.
Yeah.
Unfortunately didn't get it, now gets Speed Booster Phantoon playing with him. Captain Duck is not having fun with this energy tank. Alright. Jumps a little too late, so he's going to fall back down again. Kekumanshoyu. Let's see if he goes for full halfie. And just says Wally instead.
So easy.
1, 2, 3. Got it.
So easy to spark into the roof, the wall. Wall jumping with Shine Spark charged is not an easy feat.
No, it is not. But yeah, he got the full Wally on that one instead.
We see Lexomatico entering Meridia, going for Main Street missiles, gets the charge first time, and gets the missiles. Very nice.
The benchmark for almost every player in this tournament, just putting this out there, is we have players that range from Zoast to 2 hours. But that could all change over time.
There are at least a few human tasks running this tournament.
Yeah, we started off with a human task in Behemoth.
Running, what was his run? 13 seconds behind the world record?
It was 1:15:40 was what he clocked in on his personal clock. So world record's like what, 1:15:27. So yeah, he was behind almost 15 seconds from tagging PB and world record in the race. So we'll definitely see if he pulls that off again in his next run. Kekumanshoyu here is having... Oh, there we go. I was going to say, he's having a little bit of trouble with Draygon here, not cooperating. Lexo getting a nice spark up. InNoRush is now cleaning up Brinstar, and Captain Duck is now going for Attic Missiles. What even was that D-boost?
That was a very nice D-boost from Kekumanshoyu.
Just a reminder for all 11 race fans, in about 4 minutes, MChan338 versus Oats and Goats happens over on Speedruns Live, so don't be afraid to check that out too while you're watching all the amazing action that's going on this screen. Because you want to watch 6 matches at once and listen to 3 different people talk about stuff. And just as a reminder, Wild Anaconda69 is also commentating that match.
It's so strange that Spore Spawn reverse missiles has so many places you can fire that missile from.
Oh,
it
yeah.
all depends on your setup, so...
I would love to watch part of that match, but unfortunately, I have my undivided attention on 4 different screens as it is. I don't need to add 2 more.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so Lexo is also having some trouble with Phantoon here, as Kekumanshoyu is having some trouble with this sand pit.
He's at the determining point of his run, though. Like, if this goes well... Yeah. This is the downfall to late grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Is this room right here.
This room gave Behemoth a little bit of chaos too, but if he actually didn't struggle here, he might have the PB today he wanted. And possibly have gotten the world record too. Yes, this one clip is just... There we go. Gets it finally. But this one clip there, the ice clip into the Shack Tool room, is just utter crap.
It is. I hear there are good setups for it, but it's still... It kills runs. It's not a... It's not a fun trick.
It kills runs? No, it kills souls. That's what it kills.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so... Captain Duck, with not much left in the tank, has just gotten to Gravity's room, is gonna get it. Lexo has just entered, Draygon. Kekumanshoyu has that wonderful, annoying health alarm going off. And InNoRush is, again, still InNoRush and is on his way to Meridia.
We
nice.
see the grapple kill strat going on from Lexomatico. Very nicely done.
Kekumanshoyu giving Shack to a little bit piece of his mind. There we go. He's back in the safe zone. Looks like it took a couple shots, but InNoRush finally got that shine spark going.
Captain Duck opting for the safety save. Or the ship trip, I should say.
At this point, I don't blame him. He's trying to do as much as he can to save as much chaos for himself. InNoRush sparks up Mama Turtle's room to get the energy tank, so get the missile on the wall next after. Lexo has just gotten a energy tank outside of Phantoon and is now heading down the pit. Got a fast pit too. Now, White Mage Becky, let's behave. Definitely gotta say, these have been some amazing runs so far. And this is run number 2. Run number 3 is just getting underway again over on Speedruns Live. Not life, live. And I'll be popping into that as soon as we end this wonderful action, hopefully to catch some of it myself. Alrighty, so Kekumanshoyu here is doing his cleanup of Meridia. Pretty decently pacing himself out here. 55 minutes in almost. Lexomatico is just getting to spring ball. Captain Duck is now on his way down. He's going through the back door through...
This is a very strange route that Captain Duck is... Because he skipped Gauntlet at this point, and he's heading back down, I assume, to... Oh, he wants more super missiles. I see.
Could he possibly be doing Gauntlet last?
He might be. That's the only other logical time to really do it. You shouldn't be coming back up here before Mother Parain, basically. Before you run Turian. Lexomatico maintaining his speed boost through the door. It's a very nice strat. Kekumanshoyu just ripping along through the rest of Meridia cleanup here. InNoRush having a bit of issue with Phantoon. He's got his hitbox for doing damage is quite awkward, so once he starts ripping around, it's nearly impossible to shoot this guy. There he goes. Lexomatico coming up on Plasma Beam as Kekumanshoyu is leaving Meridia for good. We can all have a silent cheer about that. And going straight for Kraid missiles. Captain Duck deciding to Shine Spark up towards the two missile tanks. It's an interesting call. And InNoRush now fighting Draygon. I assume he's going to go for the grapple kill strat. We will see. He's selecting power bombs and doing short charges. So very nice opening spark by InNoRush. Oh, second spark is clean. A very nice fight from InNoRush, getting the blue suit there.
Alright, nice to see I haven't missed too much. Let's see here, InNoRush again, getting the blue suit, getting space jump. Lexomatico is now cleaning up Meridia. Captain Duck is doing exactly what I thought he was going to do. He went back to Blue Brinstar to clean that up. The thought process behind that, I still say he's leaning towards cleaning out Gauntlet as his last spot.
It seems to be with the route he's chosen. Yeah, he's a trip to the Gauntlet before he heads down to Turian.
To explain the mechanics of the blue suit, what it is when you crash into Draygon with speed booster, if you kill him with it, it somehow thinks you hit something but haven't exited that state, so you can keep the effects of it, which is pretty much you can crush anything in sight that, you know, has speed block on it. But that lets you store it and you don't hit the run button. As soon as you hit the run button again, you activate the remainder of it and you can now do a Shine Spark, do whatever you want with it. That's the basic understanding of it.
Yeah, what happens is because the grapple kill forces you're grappled by Draygon when you're killing him, and then it forces you to stand up out of that. So it's actually that programming that causes blue suit, because they never expected you to be Shine Sparking at him when he dies.
Because yay sporadic T.
We see Kekumanshoyu doing some safe spring ball strats. It's a very costly fall if you fall through those fall away blocks. So let's see. And it's a very textbook Golden Chorizo fight going on right now.
Nothing fancy about this one. He's just shooting away and keeping at his knee.
Messing up the short charge there a few times. Lexomatico headed back into Norfair, getting Ice Beam before his trip to lower Norfair.
Kekumanshoyu was trying for some fast pillars there. Unfortunately, did not quite get the magic money he was looking for all the way through. So, part of me wishes I could figure out exactly what's going on between Oats and Goats and them.
Who's Oats racing right now?
MChan338.
Oh, very nice. I know Oats has been practicing Hundo for a few months now, so.
Oh yeah, he seriously got back into it ever since he rejoined. So, I think his goal is now knowing that Behemoth and Zost are both in this. Zost has yet to schedule a match just yet, but he will soon enough. But knowing that Behemoth is definitely in this, he's definitely thinking, well, hey, if I can survive and make it to Behemoth in the match, it's going to be good. Thank you, Gurgluk. M-Chan is currently 1 minute behind Oats. Alright, so Lexo's trying to get it. There it is. Oh, no, fell short.
Kekumanshoyu continually going for those spring ball strats. Let's see if Lexomatico plays it safe. He morphs. He's playing it very safe in this room. I'm assuming we'll see a lot of this in this tournament. So that costs you about a minute if you fall, so.
Kekumanshoyu there getting grabbed by Ridley by mistake. I don't know if that was on purpose or, yep. And got grabbed again, even though he's in the safety corner for the pogo. A little weird. I guess because he was standing up. Lexo, meanwhile, pretty much again, textbook fight with Golden Chorizo. Sit on the knee, fire up, say nothing else. Captain Duck is now heading down to Meridia, and InNoRush is cleaning up Meridia.
Captain Duck going for X-Ray.
Yeah, an interesting choice in route design. Yeah, there's nothing else to say. Interesting choice in route design. Nice save. These guys are definitely being good and cautious with their setups now. I mean, at this point, they have pretty much everything you need, so... But the important thing is to remember not to overextend yourself beyond your boundaries.
Yeah, a race situation is not the time to be trying new strats and pushing yourself to PB. Like, a PB may happen, but don't be trying new strats, because definitely not the time for that. You want to play safe, just make sure that you're getting that time in, because you end up dying or having to go back to a save. That's can be a game changer, as we saw in the any percent tournament,
Oh yeah.
a certain Zoast race. So Captain Duck making it successfully into Meridia, as it appears that InNoRush is making it out.
Lexo is just getting into Ridley, as kekumanshoyu is going to get the final powerbomb in Lower Norfair, finish his cleanup, and keep on running.
InNoRush going to clean up Kraid missiles. Captain Duck getting the turtle tank spark. Ooh, but he might have missed the platform there.
Nope, got it. Got the rebound too, so he could jump off the wall. Alrighty, so InNoRush is now cleaning up the rest of Norfair. Lexo has just finished Ridley. Captain Duck left Mama Turtle's room, and kekumanshoyu is cleaning up Norfair. So far, these runs have been pretty much, for InNoRush and Lexo, it's been close together. For Captain Duck, he's taking some very interesting, safe, and unusual routing, which has now been officially codenamed Duck Route.
Well, a lot of the choices were safe. I'm wondering if potentially he doesn't know certain aspects of the run. Is that why he collected X-ray at that point? Is he going to use it? I don't know.
Unless he magically finds some way to clip into Plasma and clip out of Plasma without killing Draygon, I don't see X-ray being somewhat useful for him. It's just kind of there for collection purposes. Although now that I think about it, that would violate the no major glitches, so that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that out loud. Well, we'll definitely see a fast Crocomire and a seizure warning.
InNoRush just heading through Lava Dive into Lower Fair. We see Lexomatico coming up through the Morph Ball puzzle into Power Bomb room here. Kekumanshoyu, just, let's see, very nice. Losing no momentum through the door. Very nice mock ball from Lexomatico there. Cool. Kekumanshoyu, speedball into grapple. Very nice.
Always great when good strats pay off greatly.
It's one of those where because to speedball you have to be not a maximum height jump, so it's slightly dangerous because if you don't jump high enough, you will miss that platform completely. And in his situation, not so costly because he has space jump, but without space jump, it can be very costly.
Oh yeah, definitely don't want to take too many risks because they definitely might not pay off, but sometimes risks do pay off, so just gonna go for the gold, I guess.
Appears as though Captain Duck is going to do a classic Draygon fight, farming for ammo here to, I assume, shoot Draygon with. Unless he's just farming up for the Ridley fight after Draygon.
Realizing I had my mics muted. Anything is possible for that one, indeed. Alright, so we have Kekumanshoyu, who only has a little bit left to go. Lexomatico, who also has the same. So they're leading each other's races. Kekumanshoyu again versus Captain Duck, and Lexo is facing InNoRush, who is on his way to fight Ridley. And Captain Duck is on his way to fight Kraid. Not Kraid, oh my goodness. Draygon!
Yeah, this is the point where the two routes sync back up, so we can see at this point that Lexo and Kekumanshoyu are very close. Although they are not racing, they are very close in their respective runs, so...
And as you can see, having Space Jump and Screw Attack makes getting X-Ray a lot quicker.
Oh, without a doubt.
And Captain Duck here is not in a good position as Draygon is lifting him up. He's trying, there we go. Worked out a little bit better.
Yeah, that was not a half bad Draygon fight from Captain Duck.
Alrighty, so let's see here. InNoRush is now fighting with the Pogo Space Pelican. Captain Duck is now coming out of Meridia's boss room with Draygon. Kekumanshoyu is now going up and around to get the final items, and so is Lexo. Alrighty, so then. InNoRush really is down. Lexo is heading up into the same room that Kekumanshoyu will be leaving as soon as he enters. And Captain Duck is now cleaning up. And before 99%. Yeah, getting 99% would definitely not be something you want.
Especially if you safety save before brain.
Oh yeah.
Trapped
coming
in.
up. Safety save. Crap, I had 99%! If it's 99%, it's a race to be the worst. If it's 99%, I can imagine a lot of dot forfeits coming up.
For the majority of our runners doing old route and new route, they haven't appeared to have missed an item to this point. Not sure about Captain Duck because his route is
Everywhere.
throwing me off a bit, so
Yeah.
I know he's missed Gauntlet to this point, but I think that was intended. And we see Lexomatico saving some frames. He is making good pace in the latter half of this run. And Kekumanshoyu having a bit of trouble in the parlor here.
Just a little.
Just spin jump stuff. Oh, that is a very nice mock ball that Lexomatico just hit, and Kekumanshoyu just barely misses it.
Captain Duck just got Spring Ball, and InNoRush is finally on his way out.
We see the two race leaders coming into just about Golden 4 here. Put on some elevator music for these two because they have some time to wait.
I'm pretty sure I got everything. Are you sure?
Now, in the grand scheme of things, the viewers right now may think that these races are essentially over, but there are a few critical things that can go wrong in Turian that can either crash, soft lock, or otherwise end your run. So I assume our leaders will be playing very safely through Turian, but we will see what happens.
Definitely, like, potentials of things that can go wrong. Screw up in Mother Brain, get squashed by Mother Brain, take an extra ketchup from Mother Brain, actually run into her foot by mistake. Somehow manage to get the baby to go out of bounds, thus crashing the game when you transition the screen.
Oh, there's a number of ways this leg of the game can go horribly awry. Attempting Metroid skip and halfway getting it, and being stuck with the slow motion suit, whatever we want to call that, but that can be... It doesn't end your run, but it makes the latter part of it take an extra 5-10 minutes.
Alright, so Lexo and kekumanshoyu, the leaders, again, are pretty much in the same room almost. InNoRush is coming out of Lower Norfair, is now in regular Norfair, and is about to head up. Meanwhile, Captain Duck is on his way through, finishing up Meridia. As far as I know, no, you can't out of bounds the baby, but just one of those what-if moments.
Oh. That last part of the skip always makes the hairs on my neck stand up, because very close, very close. Kekumanshoyu going for a down back strat, I believe. Not quite sure what that Zeb skip strat was, actually.
I'm not quite sure what Behemoth was earlier. So InNoRush there, getting caught up on the way to X-Ray, while Captain Duck is now finishing up the rest of Meridia still. Pretty basic fight from kekumanshoyu with Mother Brain.
Lexomatico has to be a little careful with his health here. If you drop below 7 energy tanks, the stand-up glitch will fail, and can put you in a difficult spot. We see Captain Duck just coming out of Meridia, and InNoRush cleaning up Blue Crate or Blue Brinstar.
Blue Kraid.
I almost said Blue Criteria, but I was like, that's not what this is.
Lexo got stand up 2. Captain Duck again coming up and cleaning up the rest of the game now. He's going to be heading into Lower Norfair. InNoRush getting his last energy tank. think you only had to do like 2-3 shots there, Pigman. Nice job.
Okay, I think that was a 2-shot from him, actually. It's very nice.
Definitely not going to beat that legendary 1-shot we saw.
No. That's going to be a tough one to beat. 3-shot coming out of Lexomatico.
And that was
Very
5.
nice. That was 5?
Yep, I counted.
Oh.
Yeah, Behemoth was definitely a 1-shot. Kekuman's was definitely a 2. Lexa was a 5.
Now, the danger with that is if you are charging or your beam is on screen when you get Hyper Beam, you'll soft walk the game. And, yeah. I've seen it kill runs before.
Yes, the Shine Spark Kekuman does, going up. Little fall back down, but not too bad. InNoRush is about to start climbing his way into the final spots of Criteria. Captain Duck is now entering Kraid and Norfair.
And kekumanshoyu, 29.08 on his timer. And 129.26 as an official SRL race time.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
And then Lexomatico is done. What's his official time?
Oh, that was Lexomatico. Oh, sorry. 129.11 from kekumanshoyu and 129.26 from Lexomatico.
Okay.
They hit so fast, I got them backwards. Yes.
I apologize, I just got mail, I forgot to mute my microphone. But definitely a good job by kekumanshoyu and Lexomatico here for both being the winners of their heats. Captain Duck is going through Golden Trees right now, and InNoRush is on his way down to Dorian.
kekumanshoyu looking somewhat concerned about his upcoming percentage.
Yeah, definitely not a good thing when a runner says, let's hope for hundo. Yes, Draygon missiles.
Captain Duck is just all about the super missiles. Doing a unique farming strat to get his super count back up there after his fight with Golden Chorizo.
For a quick moment, I just want to laugh at something real quick. I'm looking at my mail, and one of the things I ordered says, do not follow these instructions. May cause a fire, electrical shock, damage, or other damage. So if I do not follow these, they do not do these, or what?
InNoRush, going at a fairly brisk pace through these Metroid rooms. No serious mess ups through the Metroids, which is always nice.
Kekumanshoyu is confirmed. Again, InNoRush out for jaunt, which pretty much describes his entire pace altogether, which isn't that bad. And now we got Lexo, who...
Confirmed 100.
Boom. Alright, so Kekumanshoyu will get a win over Captain Duck, and Lexomatico will get a win over InNoRush.
Captain Duck just missed Mickey Mouse missiles, I believe.
Oh no, he's not going to be that crazy, is he?
And InNoRush just flying through the last part of the game here. Literally.
Yeah, for being in no rush, he's now in a rush.
Let's see how Zeb Skip goes for him. Oh, little trouble. And he's through. Very nice.
Alright, so Trigger Mike is commentating with me because I'm an idiot and I can't read the screen. InNoRush is starting Mother Brain by taking a free soak in the bath. Captain Duck is on his way to Ridley. And we have been at it for 4 hours. My name is Secret Hooves, and I am stupid. In no rush, you have a pretty basic Mother Brain fight, dodging those onion rings. Captain Duck is now going into Ridley's room. And then, as I said something about dodging onion rings, InNoRush takes an order of onion rings.
And a little meatball before finishing off the damage there.
A little meatball, huh? That's a new one.
He took a little meatball. I'm not sure about that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we always want to hear the item found music in the middle of killing Mother Brain. Oh. That's Kekuman's stream. Who's hosting Oats? That... That was an Oats.
We see Captain Duck in a bit of a sticky situation here. He's taking a lot of damage from Ridley, but he survives.
So far, so good. He is surviving. Yes, he is.
So as InNoRush is escaping the planet, we see Captain Duck is going for the lower Norfair escape here. Coming close to like accidentally KOing those platforms. Morphing and unmorphing can cause you to fall through those, so. InNoRush getting the Shine Spark through the climb. And InNoRush finishing with an, let's see, SRL race time of 1:39.20. A very nice run from InNoRush. A few minutes behind his PB, but nevertheless. InNoRush is looking slightly concerned over his coming item percentage. And I'm not sure if Captain Duck
Sorry
has
about that.
realized. Oh, no worries.
I just noticed that I had a message come in on Twitch, and unfortunately it just blew up the screens. Oh, sorry about that, folks. And we just got Captain Duck.
Coming out of lower Norfair will be a bit quicker for Captain Duck since he cleaned these items up early.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about the silence, folks. I'm just trying to read up on something that I just got handed to me, so...
Captain Duck still on Duck Route, going through Meridia, super towards Gauntlet now. That should be his final cleanup, but from what I've seen, he's missing some items, so see if he realizes that before it's too late.
Just to give everybody a heads up notice, because of an overlapping event coming up within the next 9 minutes, if Captain Duck does not finish, we are unfortunately going to have to stop. Allow the Link to the Past races that are coming up to take over for a little bit. So if that does happen, please do continue to follow all our runners. I will start linking them in the chat myself, because the chat command was not updated.
Captain Duck going for another safety save. I'll be right back.
And unfortunately, he did not have enough missiles, so he is gotta go loop around a little bit more. Welcome back.
And I'm back.
So a unwelcomed reality for Captain Duck here. He just realized he only has 215 regular missiles. So he is one missile pack shy, because he has, just to clear the gauntlet, now give him 225. So the only other thing I can think of is if he hasn't already got the final missile, he's got to figure out exactly where it is. But I'm thinking Kraid might be it.
Yeah, he's going in search of that last missile pack.
The dreaded unfortunate runaround. Trying to remember what it was you just forgot.
From what I was seeing, I think it's Mickey Mouse missiles, but that's basically worst case scenario because that's as far away from him as it could be.
You're right, I don't ever remember him going back for that one.
No.
Let's check and verify. I think we found it. Okay, he did get Mickey Mouse, so Kraid's most likely suspect now.
Okay.
It's got to be torturing him to know that he has to go back down this far. You know, the only reason I haven't said much is I'm trying to sit here and think about exactly, you know, what other alternative does Captain Duck have if it's not in, you know, before Kraid's fridge.
Yeah, no, he could. If that's not the missile pack he's missing, he's gonna be in a bit of trouble.
Well, did he ever get chapels?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember him getting chapel, yes.
I'm just trying to iron out, you know, the possible mess-up spots that you ended up going to.
I missed any percent power bomb missiles, but I'm pretty sure he got those.
There they are.
Yep, there he goes. Lucky for him, first place he looked.
Yeah. Lucky for him indeed. It's not out of the way, and it's not too far off. Could definitely get sub 2 hours if he hauls butt and gets back in time. Introducing Taurus back. Probably the quicker of the two options he has. I myself have forgotten those missiles before and forgotten X-ray like a dope.
Oh, I 99%ed with X-ray, and I couldn't figure out what item I missed. It took me 10 minutes of staring at the screen before I realized I had no X-ray, and I was like, oh dear. And then X-ray became a split next run.
Get this, dummy!
Yeah. Do not forget the X-ray scope.
Like, the sad part is, the one time I forgot X-ray, I had 11 people watching me. And we were all like, yeah, 100 hype! Sub 150! 99%. We forgot X-ray! No!
Are we cutting the stream pretty quick here? Was it 1, or not 1 o'clock, but...
It's coming up in exactly 1 minute, so unfortunately this is all the time we have for this run. So if you would like to see Captain Duck finish, please go to twitch.tv/Captain Duck. Don't forget the underscore in between Captain and Duck. And we are now handing this off to Fiesel and his wonderful crew to take over for A Link to the Past. Take care.
Take care.